If someone came up to me and said, I hate white people, I hate you because you're white, did I just experience racism from that?
No.
Are you sure about that?
But if I said those exact same words and twisted the skin color, it would be racist.
Absolutely, 100%.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
I did not go through that course of who can be racist toward each other. Interesting,
right.
but
probably because you're white. So.
Oh, because I'm white, I didn't go through the racism course.
Probably not.
That's the dumbest thing you could have said. What are you, an idiot?
Yes or no? Can white people experience racism?
No.
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 No?
No. By definition, no.
What's the definition?
I would have to Google it really quickly, but.
Do that for me.
Okay. Let me Google it for you.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Oh, not me on 5%.
Gotcha.
My phone's gonna die. He really used the oldest trick in the book. Google obviously wasn't showing him the definition he wanted to see. He literally said his statement and then added on by definition, and when she asked what's the definition, he said hang on, let me Google it. When you Google something you stand for, you've already lost that debate.
If you can change your gender, can you change your race?
No.
Why?
Because that's just how you're born.
Isn't your gender how you're also just born?
Yeah, I see where you're getting with.
What an idiot.
Is it okay to be fat?
I think it's okay to be fat. You know, everyone has different lifestyle habits and their bodies are built differently.
I think people have like health issues that cause them to like not be able to lose weight as easily as others.
If people want to be overweight, let them do it. But they need to know of the risks that come with it. Because saying it's healthy just ain't it. And the biggest person back in the day is now your average guy walking around.
See, this guy keeps on trying to bump me every time I walk by.
You what?
Dude, I'm walking down the street.
I'm standing here. I'm allowed.
Let him go sideways. Get out of my...
Alright, Alex, you need to leave.
I'm not leaving, guys. You're trying to get in my way.
Give me one good reason Caitlin Clark can't play in the NBA.
Height, weight, speed, vertical agility, strength. Caitlin Clark would not be able to play for her own men's basketball team, let alone an NBA team. TNF.
Got him.
Hello, Navarro. Suck any good lately. What's wrong, Navarro? I think you like a big in your mouth. Ha ha ha. Page 23. The other boy, page 23. It's in your library. Here it is. You're me kind. Get a shot of that. She can care less. That's a sign. She needs to put down her sign. For a second. Oh, you're putting me out. For what? For asking you to abide by the rules. A board member held up a sign, but the audience couldn't hold up signs. This is tyranny, and we're dealing with a corrupt government system.
So first off, she said inappropriate language, but they're allowing that book to be in the school. So you just contradicted yourself. If you're not going to let this man read it out in front of adults, why are you allowing kids to read it in flipping schools, mate? Of course he gets kicked out because they don't want people speaking out against it. These people sat on that table, they're the flipping enemy to our kids and our kids' futures and minds, man. They are the enemy.
So, refugees welcome, the perfect people. Folks, I'm just wondering, you're a part of this organisation? You're a part of this organisation, yeah? I'm just wondering, I have a sign-up form. I'm just wondering, would you like to sign up? It's to have unvetted male migrants in your own home. Would you like to sign up? Sir? I'm not in a position. You're not in a position. So who would you suppose would house them then? Would anyone like to house unvetted male migrants in their home? One person? Anyone? I have a sign-up form. They're welcome. I don't have a house. There's a housing crisis. Who would like to house an unvetted male migrant in their home? Anyone? No one. My God. Absolutely no one. Zero. I literally have a sign-up form right here. So where do we house them? Where do we house them? It's a complex issue, just once you understand, but absolutely no one is going to house any of them in their home, unvetted male migrants. I'm just saying. You're a fucking clown. Okay, I'm a foot. Would you want to house male migrants in your home? Unvetted male migrants? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm just asking a question. I don't have a home. I'm not racist. welcome refugees. Just where do we put them?
Got these Muppets out on the street, you know, saying anyone is welcome, but no one's willing to take care of them. They leave that to other people. And I guarantee you, this bunch will be the first to complain when issues start to arise.
Charlie Kirk believes that TikTok is turning children trans.
This is Chloe Cole. She's a detransitioner.
In my experience, I learned about transgenderism through the internet at roughly about the age of 11 or 12. And I mean, it captivated me. I had body image issues, and it felt like I found the explanation for as to why I felt so different from the women around me. This has left permanent effects on my body. I might not be able to have children. I don't have my breasts anymore. I have complications from the puberty blockers, the testosterone, and the surgery.
That's
3 years after I've stopped taking all of them.
I'm very suspicious about, okay, but I understand.
Calling her a liar?
That guy just got hit with the Uno reverse card. He was not expecting that. People like Chloe and her story really need to be publicised because the blue-haired liberals and their crazy ideology is far more dangerous, and that's being pushed on the children and vulnerable people.
And they're forced to race. That's just a fact.
You eat cows, correct?
No, I don't. I'm a vegan. I don't eat any animals. Anyone.
Explains a lot.
So now you know that I'm completely anti-animal abuse.
Am I in the wrong book by eating meat?
If you're eating someone else, you're forcing them into a murder factory. Of course that's in the wrong.
That's being rude. People that are vegan, that's their right to be vegans. But it's not your right to say to someone that they shouldn't be eating meat.
It's not your right to force animals to be shot in the head because you like the taste of their bodies.
Listen,
what about their rights? I'm here for their rights.
Let's go back to biblical standards and see if it's right.
So she's allowed to have an opinion, but he's not. You never hear a vegan go on about the billions of bees and other small animals that die because they want their plant-based food. You never hear him mention that.
These confused people, and they were lying, and I think they knew what they were doing. Do you intend to further create the bias that reduces people's ability to collaborate with others through your use of collective umbrella terms like us and opposition of them? And why do you continue to promote that division?
Well, because those are my pronouns, and I would ask you to affirm and respect my pronouns. there's no, I think perhaps you're just suggesting we fall silent and shut up, which is what the left has been telling us to do. It's why so many people desperately tried to shut down this speech tonight, because I think they're afraid of hearing very simple truths. I'm not going to shut up. I will not shut up. We will not shut up. They will not shut up. And that's the way it goes. Next question.
That girl's face just says it all. I mean, just so filled with hate and confusion. You know, look at the face on it, man. It looks evil. I'm just glad that I'm not as miserable as those people, man.
Would you date a transgender person?
I don't see why not. I don't think it's like that big of a deal.
Are you sure about that?
If you're dating a transgender person and you're straight at the time, does that mean you're straight after you date them?
Yes. Yeah. I think you're still straight. Like you're a guy and you're dating a trans girl. Yeah. I think you're still straight. Because also sometimes it's just hard to tell.
You're still straight even if you're dating a transgender person?
Yes.
If you could be with your boyfriend currently, and I waved a magic wand and I said you can make $1 million a year and never do porn again, would you?
No.
Okay.
He's used the wand. You can make $1 million a year. Yeah. You don't have to do, the adult content.
Well, the thing is, I wouldn't have to do it. That would be great, but I would still want to do it. Personally, I'm an exhibitionist. I love, putting my self out there for other people to see, for other people to, themselves to have fun with.
Can I ask you a question? Since you're about presenting yourself to the world, do you have a good relationship with your father?
Okay, here we go.
No, I don't talk to him.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
She belongs to the streets.
She's still young. Let's ask that question again in 10 years. That girl is all levels of broken in ways that never can be fixed. I mean, she will regret this. And this should be on TV as a flipping advert as to why fathers are needed. Because all these girls have daddy issues, man, and they are a perfect result of a father being absent.
You see, I'm sure you've seen the guy in Canada, the 50-year-old man that identifies as a 15-year-old girl and got to change in the young girls' locker room and got to compete with these young girls. It's utter, complete insanity.
Psychosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, you're 50. You're not 15. Period. That's not negotiable. You know, you live a certain amount of time, period. You can't say I identify as a baby and then wear diapers and have everybody take care of you. That's fucking crazy.
So you're asking me to change the actual meaning of words to accommodate you. I'm not going to do that.
No,
now, I'm not going to do that. It is, because not only is it a request, you can now get in trouble in certain states
I'm saying that's not
for
people's
misgendering someone.
The request of the trans community is not that I'm actually a man, but I want you to pretend I'm a woman. The argument of the trans community, which I agree with, is no, I am a woman.
Stop it. Get some help.
And so I want you to revert me.
But you're not a woman. So that's the problem. So this is what I say is now you've asked me to take on your mental disorder, right? So I am okay with the fact the argument from my uncle who thought thinks he's a Native American from a certain tribe is that this is what he thinks. He thinks, but he's not. Okay, so I'm not, then to say to me that argument is valid because he thinks it, no. Just because you think something doesn't make it real.
Sensational.
Okay.
But that's exactly what gender is. Gender is exactly about an experience and a performance and a social construct.
It's not a social construct. Stop saying a social construct. To say that words don't have meaning and they're socially constructed means nothing. And I'll tell you why.
They are.
But you say that, but then
This wasn't always a book.
Okay,
this could be called mug.
So
it just happens not
you know
to be.
what it is? Our entire discussion about Black America meant nothing. There's no such thing as racial injustice. See what I did there? Because Black is a social construct.
Got him. Yeah, but we live in a social reality. So within that social reality,
it can't be both, Mark. So you either think that the gender wage gap is BS, that feminism is wrong, and that racial disparities are all BS because everything's a social construct. You're either going to go full postmodernist and say nothing is real and it's all made up, or you're going to acknowledge that there are some hard, concrete truths. If there are hard, concrete truths, you and I are Black, okay? That's not going to change because we wake up and we decide, you know what, today I'm white and it's just how I feel, and today I'm Chinese. No. You and I are Black, okay? We are acknowledged as Black people. We're sitting down as Black people. I am a woman. You are a man, okay? Now, if I want to wake up tomorrow and say I'm a man, you want to say you're a woman, and we want to play the crazy game, we can do that. To then say all of society now is to pretend that it was all a social, no, it was a social contract. You were born a male. I was born a female.
Yes, that's a sex.
We are Black.
Is this guy for real? I mean, does he actually hear himself? I mean, how he doesn't feel embarrassed to act and talk like this, is beyond me. He's either a flipping idiot, well, we already know he's an idiot, but he either knows what he's saying is BS because he doesn't want to get cancelled, or he genuinely believes that garbage. This guy right here, I don't know how these people sleep at night. They are part of the problem.